What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Sports to the Wire. For those of you who are new to the channel, I am your hostess, Rasheed, and the man on the other side of the panel there is Barrick.
What's up, guys?
What's good? What's good? All right, let's get right into it. Lakers and Clippers, man. Battle of Los Angeles, Battle of LA. Now, my boy David, man, he was like, "Yo, do a show on this." You know, this one's for you, David. This one's for you, man. And we're gonna address the that game. Actually, what happened? I went down to the wire somewhat. Was it LeBron turned an ankle?
Fourth quarter.
Yeah, fourth quarter.
Yeah.
You got some background on the hurt?
Yeah. I'm good.
All right. So it went down to the wire. Clippers actually pulled it off. Paul George had 33 points. Looked good. And Eric, man, take us off, man. What's your take on this? Is the Clippers actually the favorite to win it all, man? Are they actually?
Man, listen, that's too. Nah. I'm gonna go on the record and say no, absolutely not. This is just one game, but naturally, it's the way for the NBA to come out and make their money and showcase one of the top teams in the NBA to come out there and go after the ratings and things of that nature. But what the Lakers and the Clippers were able to do was put on a show about one of the two top teams in the West. And I tell you something, right now, with the way this game went on, you had 33 points, 6 rebounds from Paul George. Yeah, Kawhi Leonard just capped in with 26 points. These two guys went after. This is a dynamic duo for the Clippers. And they showed exactly what they should be doing on a night-to-night basis and what they should be doing in the postseason if and when these two teams meet. They played hard throughout. Paul George was extremely hot. He was unstoppable. Kawhi Leonard, obviously the more number one guy on the team, deferred, and that was the biggest thing I took from it is because, even though he put his 26 points in, listen, this man knew that PG-13 was on money, and he was hitting shots from all over the floor. I mean, this guy was hot. I mean, Paul George was all over the place, man. This is the Paul George we knew from Indiana before the injury, where he was just bouncing around. Stuff was flying. He was moving well without the basketball, getting back up on defense, moving without the basketball. This is what PG-13 was all about. This was the guy they gave all the money to. He was the one that came out and performed against the Lakers. And Kawhi Leonard, albeit equal, he's probably the better player of the two, deferred somewhat and said, listen, you're the guy. I'm going to feed you the ball, make sure you get the ball in spots so you can make the plays and do the things you do best. And meanwhile, on the other side of the ball, LeBron chipped in 22 points, 5 boards, 5 assists. That's the kind of thing you expect from LeBron, but unfortunately, he went down in the fourth quarter. Who knows what would have happened had LeBron James not gone down in the fourth quarter? This is a game between two evenly matched teams coming out of the Western Conference. And I don't think you saw anything different in this first game. These two teams will be playing each other 3 more times between now and the end of the season. All 4 games, in my opinion, are going to be battles. They're going to go down the wire. So in hindsight, to answer your question, my brother, no, the Clippers cannot get denied as the best team because LeBron got knocked out in that fourth quarter. But ultimately, though, I'm proud of Paul George for stepping up because he was catching a lot of flack from what happened last year's postseason. And that first game, opening night, Paul George stepped up and did his thing. Okay, Kawhi Leonard did his thing, but he deferred a little bit more. He took less shots. So, and you look at it too, brother. The Clippers shot 47% from the field. The Lakers shot 46% from the field. 46%. They both shot pretty well.
Right, so it's going to come down to who can execute in the fourth quarter and make plays. That.
That's correct. Yeah, that's correct. But I mean, I think you got the best of, kind of the best of what you would find from both these teams moving forward. But again, I think we were kind of somewhat robbed of a great finale because of what happened to LeBron, But I think we practically got a good game from both teams, man. And one more thing, though. At the end of the day, they shot pretty much the same from 3-point range, although the Clippers were a little bit better at 35%. But, these two teams pretty much mirror each other, man. Now, I'll tell you something. I just want to add up. Dennis Schroeder did pretty good in his Laker debut, brother. 14 points, 8 assists, bro. He didn't do too bad, you know. Anthony Davis, he was a little bit less of a show of himself. He dropped in 18 points, you know. So, you know,
Yeah, listen, Anthony Davis, if he's gonna, if these teams actually do match up, his shot selection and just the way he overall plays. Like I'm showing highlights of the game right now. It's being, you see Anthony Davis holding the ball. That's not going to work against this Clipper team, man. You're going to have to make a move. You're going to have to read the defense quickly and make a move. Like you're going to shoot it or put the ball on the floor before the defense actually gets set. All right, so I want to caution everyone. First of all, this is the first of the NBA season. The Lakers aren't going to really be taking this game much, seriously anyway. They were the last ones in the bubble last year. Secondly, the regular season doesn't mean much to me. Now, like I said, I got gassed up back.
It don't mean much to you?
No, it doesn't, because I got gassed up back in 2014 and 2015 when Brooklyn Nets, they assembled that super team to actually beat the Miami Heat, and they beat them 4 times in the regular season. I'm like, yeah, baby. I said, yes. Yeah, we fine. I'm like, all right, bro. The Nets is going to win a championship. That's when you had, D. Will and Joe Johnson. Brooke Lopez got hurt that year, but Sean Livingston was starting, and Paul Pierce, and KG, Kevin Garnett. So if they beat the Miami Heat with LeBron, D. Wade, and Chris Bosh 4 times, and I was like, all right, yeah, they got it. Come playoff time came. Brooklyn only won 1 game and went 5.
But bro, that's the way it is, man. The regular season.
No, I mean that's what I'm saying. So I want the fans. The fans don't really understand that regular season, especially like the first game. I'm not taking nothing from it, man. What do you think? I think, I think the Clippers, in a sense, they still haven't really addressed their weakness. Is actually a floor general. Now they didn't get Rajon Rondo. They should have gotten him. He should have been highly coveted by the Clippers there. Because the problem is you got to remember, guys, this is not playground basketball. The shot clock is your enemy. So if you're gonna have Kawhi bringing the ball up and he's the better playmaker, actually the best playmaker in my opinion on the Clippers team. Then he has to bring the ball up, and again I go to the shot clock, 24 seconds. By the time he brings the ball up the court, it's 19. So they're going to blitz him, they're going to get the ball out of his hands, and then when he gets the ball back, he's going to have 7 to 10 seconds to work with in the shot clock. So they have to get a point guard that can bring the ball up, and where you have Kawhi Leonard operating with 18 seconds on the shot clock rather than 7 to 10 seconds on the shot clock. So that's really important. I don't think the Clippers, and we'll see. Maybe they have what's this dude's name? I keep forgetting this guy's name, man. The point guard that the Clippers have that they traded from Detroit, man. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, Jackson.
Yeah. So hopefully he actually comes through and he can actually run their offense, though.
I don't think he's gonna be able to run their offense on a regular basis. But what I was saying earlier is that when you play the Lakers, or when you play Portland, or when you play Utah, or when you play Denver, these are the games that Jackson will show up. These are the games where the Clippers will really show what they're made of. I think what you're alluding to is the fact that in the regular season, some teams might not get your best effort. I don't really agree with that. I think every night you should be.
Well, you never know. I mean, a team could be coming off a back-to-back, and that team may have 2 days off.
I get that. I think
so. It's just not. And when the playoffs, everything is evenly matched. The attention to detail, whatever weaknesses that you have in your game will get exposed, and they will. You can't go left. They're gonna keep forcing you left. If you're not a good ball handler, they're gonna pick you up 92 to like 93 feet in a sense, though. So they're going to expose a lot of your weaknesses in the playoffs. Where if they're coming off a back-to-back, scouting is not going to be that much in detail or anything like that.
No, listen, I hear what you're saying, but the Clippers are going to be a team that will make themselves known throughout the season. They will have their laps like anybody else will have their laps. But like I said, this Laker-Clipper series, I think all 4 games should be nationally televised because you're going to get a treat on all 4 games. And I think, hopefully, health is the most important thing. We're talking about matchups and all that. Let me tell you something. They just canceled the Houston Rocket game due to COVID. They just canceled. It's your first game canceled. All right, and there will be more games canceled throughout the season, regardless of what. And we're not going to jump into all that politics stuff. We're not going to.
Yeah, we did. We did a show on COVID-19, guys, and
we're not going.
You can get our opinions based on this.
We're not going to do all that. I'm just saying quickly that this is going to be what it's going to be. You're gonna get games canceled, but ultimately, I think you're gonna get a treat this season, especially when these 2 teams meet 3 more times. Two will be home.
I wanted to ask you now. Ty Lue, he's saying that they're gonna run some triangle. What do you actually think about that? And if they're gonna run a triangle, you don't really need an elite point guard then.
No, you don't. You don't need one, but you know what? I think it's intelligent. I think it's a good thing the Clippers are running it. Because it worked against the Lakers. It worked on opening night. But you need your forward to be doing his thing. You need your point forward, whoever that's going to be. Is going to either be PG-13 or it's going to be Kawhi Leonard. And you do have to have decent guard play. But most importantly, everyone needs to know how to rotate and make sure they find the right spot on the floor, whether it's the weak side, strong side. It'll either be layup underneath, it'll be a 12-footer around the basket, or it's going to be a 3-point shot. And that's where the triangle's all about. It worked to perfection with the Lakers when Kobe ran it. It definitely worked to perfection in Chicago. We're not going to go there. It's still an effective offensive system as long as it's run properly. Right.
Yeah, with the right pieces. Exactly. Now you got a little bit of an upgrade there with Serge Ibaka. So if these 2 teams do meet up, Serge Ibaka can actually run the floor, and that might actually. He can actually stretch the floor. Stretch the floor, and he can, get the Lakers to kind of change their lineup a little bit. You're not going to be able to use Marc Gasol, in that sense. So you're going to have to go smaller, and hopefully the Lakers can actually make some type of an adjustment for that, or foresee something like that happening, because Ibaka can actually protect the rim. So you got Pat Beverly, Kawhi Leonard,
Lou Will,
Paul George, who's a really good on-the-ball defender, and you got Serge Ibaka, and
Lou Williams.
Williams. I'm talking about in terms of defense, though, not offense. In terms of defense. So let's see. I mean, how you beat the Clippers? Well, you're gonna have to move the ball side to side. The way Anthony Davis plays, I'm showing you guys the highlights here of this game. You can't hold the ball against this team, man. You're gonna have to make a move, man, because it's too many good defenders, man. Too many good defenders here.
Well, like I said,
4 out of your 5 guys is really good on the ball defenders. And this Lakers team, I don't know why everybody's so high up on this. I'm not that overly blown away. I know some people are gonna get mad at me for saying that, but in terms of their additions that they actually made, I mean, Wesley Matthews.
What do you want them to do, Rasheed? What do you want them to do?
No, I'm just talking about the pundits out there. They're saying this is an unbeatable team, and they are the favorites. I mean, I don't know. Y'all see how Brooklyn look? Y'all see how Brooklyn looks? Y'all see how Brooklyn looks?
Come on, man.
Listen, man. The offense. Hold on. They would listen. The Lakers over here. And this is. I'm gonna monitor this. The Lakers are struggling.
No, you're monitoring because you're a Brooklyn fan. So don't do that. What I'm saying.
No. It's just about the pundits, man. They just jump the gun too much, and
they
trying to
won't
say
be
this
playing
team is
Brooklyn twice a
unbeatable.
year.
I'm like, calm down. Let's see what happens.
And same thing with you at Brooklyn. Calm down. Nothing's guaranteed. I just finished mentioning COVID is going to be a problem this season, and also being healthy. So nothing's guaranteed. Listen,
Man, you
everybody's
see
got to
LeBron James, man. This dude looks 18 years in, man. Still gets downhill quick, explosive.
Listen again. Like I said, yeah, he's just like I said, bro. Everything's going to be what it's going to be this year. Let's just calm down, make sure it is right now. And Lakers look like they're going to be the number one team moving forward, but things could change. We don't know anybody right now. We don't know how Milwaukee's going to come out. We don't know anything. We got to see where these
And
teams are.
Anthony Davis signed his deal, his 5-year deal.
So did Rudy Gobert. We ain't gonna talk about that one, but go ahead.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Yeah, I wanted to kind of do these free. Lonzo Ball and get it. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll get into that later. All right. So Anthony Davis signed his extension, or he signed the new deal, and opted out. Signed the new. Is he gonna be motivated? Is he still gonna have that same drive in a sense, though? Because we see this from a lot, and Anthony Davis is still a superstar. I don't put him as top 10. There's like 10 or 15 players I would take over Anthony Davis, but he's still a max player. But we've seen Anthony Davis not play through injuries, gets hurt a lot. And is he going to be? Let me ask you, Barrick. Is he going to be motivated in the sense now that he signed that mega extension? Because what makes Kobe great, what makes Michael Jordan great, what makes LeBron great, what makes Kevin Durant great is that they're going to play like they're broke. Even if they like LeBron is worth $500-something million, he's still playing like he's broke. Michael Jordan played like he's broke and still searching for a contract, even though that's what makes these guys so special. Do you see that in Anthony Davis?
Yeah, absolutely. So is the Lakers. That's why they gave him all that money. Listen, the bottom line is Anthony Davis brings an offensive particular skill set that hasn't been seen very much in years at a man of his particular height and length. And what he was able to do in complementing LeBron James last season, helping the Lakers obtain their 17th World Championship, was something that Jeannie Buss saw, recognized, and felt like, yeah, let him go ahead and discontinue his contract. Let's get him a max deal and keep him around even when LeBron leaves, because what you did put around him with the Dennis Schroeders and the Montez Harrells of the world and most other players.
That's the Pelicans all over again, man. With LeBron off that team, that's the Pelicans, man. They're not even making the playoffs with that roster.
Well, we don't know, because we don't know who the free agents are going to be in the next 2-3 years between now and then.
If they want to come to Los Angeles, man.
Who doesn't want to come to Tinseltown? Who doesn't?
A lot of players rejected it. Kawhi did, Paul George did.
Well, they rejected it because LeBron was there. They didn't know they weren't certain they wanted to play with him. And the bottom line is, how LeBron's very demanding on certain things, and these guys probably want their own thing. So I wouldn't hold that against the situation, but that's something to worry about down the road. But right now, the Lakers feel like you need to get a superstar over there, knowing LeBron's going to be leaving in a couple of years. You need to go and get that max player, that guy that's going to.
They got to build pieces around while LeBron's still here, try to develop these players.
So I think
pieces around, because Anthony Davis. We've seen we've seen him with the Pelicans, man. He couldn't get a team out the first round. Right?
Yeah, but that's not entirely him. It's a 5-man team, the team sport, an individual sport. And by the way,
you put LeBron on that Pelicans team, I guarantee you they're getting out the first round.
They're getting out the
I'm
first round.
not saying they're making it far, but they're getting out the
the
first round. They're going to at least make it to the second round.
I'm sorry, my friend. This is a team that discontinued and started all over again. And
Must I remind you of the 07 Cleveland Cavaliers? You want me to pull up that roster?
Not the same team, bro. And we're not going there. That's the same situation.
That's the worst team.
Okay, but you mentioned New Orleans, and I'm telling you that New Orleans was a team that wasn't playing well enough to make a postseason. When Anthony Davis developed,
take off, subtract Anthony Davis.
No, I'm not even talking about that.
On that.
Listen.
On that Pelicans team, they go past. I'm not saying they go to the finals. I'm saying they get past the first round. It's the same thing with
You
Russell
don't know
Westbrook.
that. You don't
By
know
himself.
that.
I know that. I've been watching
How?
him for years.
How
you know that? Let me give you a big example. Cleveland Cavaliers won 63 games with Mark Price, Craig Elo, Brad Doherty, and them boys. Okay, and they played Michael Jordan in the first round, eight-seeded team, Michael Jordan team. All right, who basically ain't had that much players around him. Now Michael Jordan willed that team to a fifth game, and they won the last shot. But you couldn't tell anybody that because Cleveland won 63 games that year. They were the number one team, and they got knocked out in 5 games. So nothing's guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed. What I am saying is, if you're gonna have AD on your team, as he has been getting better, as he's ascending, I think Jeannie Buss and them knew that and know that very well. And they'll have players around them. They probably won't be the same team when LeBron leaves, but I guarantee they'll be making the playoffs and getting out the first round. This guy, Anthony Davis, you and I have gone many, many years, but you got to give this man his credit right now. This guy's balling out. He's certainly a 25.
He is. I mean, he's playing for a contract. And what I'm saying is that
he got the contract.
He got the contract. Well, he was playing for a contract. Now let's see what happens when we see this with a lot of players. Darren Williams got that $100 million contract. That's it. Stop. That's it. Production actually fell off. I've seen this with a lot of different players. And like I said, all right, I got one more for you. You take Anthony Davis and you put him on that 07 Cleveland team. Do they get to the finals?
I don't know if they get to the finals or not, brother. I don't know. You're making an assumption. You're making an opinion. That's not going to solve anything. Okay? And 07, Anthony Davis ain't the player he is right now, dog.
With his skill set, come on, man. You're eluding my question.
I'm not. Because
his skill set, does he take? And you know the answer already, Barry.
Okay. I don't know the answer.
You know the answer.
I don't know the answer. No, I don't know the answer because I'm intelligent enough to know that in 07 and versus where we are right now, Anthony Davis is not the same player. So you put that rookie play on the 017, of course they're not getting out. But you knew
Anthony Davis skill set right now. Do he takes that 017 to the finals? Anthony Davis. No, he does not.
You said the first round.
I said no.
No, you said the first round.
All right.
Huh?
All right. I said he can't get a team out the first round. That's what I said. If you put LeBron on that Pelicans team, he gets them out the first round. At least.
Okay, but that's what we're talking about. You're talking about the finals now. Yes, the first round, I think, with the skill set he has now, he has a good chance to get that 017 out the first round.
All right. Okay. All right. We'll wrap this up over here. If you like the video, this was a heated debate over here, man. This is a lot of intensity on this one over here, man. A lot of intensity. If you definitely like it, please comment, subscribe, share it. Sharing is caring.
That's right. Peace, guys. Nice.
Yeah, that was good.
Nice.